Inside Santa Cruz. I'm Joyce Anderson, and it's been almost a year since we did the dedication of the Jack O'Neill Surf Shop here in Santa Cruz near Cowes Beach. And today we are dedicating this magnificent wall of photos that has been put up, and also the Dream Inn has turned their lounge into the Jack O'Neill Lounge, which is also going to be dedicated today. So I want to introduce Max Schultz. We're up here in the Jack O'Neill Lounge, and your title is?
I'm Director of Sales and Marketing here for the hotel and the restaurant.
Well, Max, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that you've been heavily involved in this dedication.
We, for a long time, had been wanting to do something to pay tribute to Jack and his surf shop that was here back in the 50s, and his legacy in Santa Cruz. And so we approached Brian Kilpatrick with O'Neill Wetsuits, and he brought the project to Jack, and Jack jumped on it and said, "What a great idea."
I know. I just love it, and we have such memorabilia. Now, he picked a lot of these photos out himself, right?
Jack selected every photo that's up, and the wetsuit was selected by Brian at O'Neill Wetsuits, and the surfboards were also through Brian. And our intention is to change out the wetsuit periodically every 3 months or so from their collection.
And you have a surfboard
over the bar.
Oh, wonderful. And of course, the ceiling is already set up for...
Yes, that was part of the original renovation.
This is such a wonderful tribute to Jack O'Neill and what he's done for this community. And, you know, there's the Sea Odyssey program and just so much history in this, right in this area.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll have a surprise during the dedication about O'Neill Sea Odyssey as well. So people who know Jack knows that he really likes the coordinates, and in his book, this is captioned with the coordinates of where this is located, the GPS coordinates. So the coordinates up there are for the location of the lounge, so that everyone will know precisely how to find it.
That's very Jack O'Neill. Good.
So Joyce, I'd like you to meet Gus Siggins, the food and beverage manager, and Gus and his team have put together a terrific Jack O'Neill inspired bar menu.
We're going to be serving some cocktails. We have the legend up top, which is something that we created. It's actually rather simple. It's just a Kettle One martini, but Max was able to let us know that was Jack's favorite drink.
Yes, it is.
So
yes,
it was news to me. It's a classic drink for a classic man, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That is the legend, the top of our list, obviously.
Right.
And then we have some fun names in here. The Buckarney O'Neill, the Santa Cruz Saint, things that we thought were fitting for the way people view Jack in this town. You know, he is such a legend,
Sure.
or a Santa Cruz Saint around here, so that was important to us. But our menu and our cocktail list are really designed to separate the Jack O'Neill Lounge from Aquarius and to give a dedication to the man himself.
So this would be a great area to come in. You could get a light supper or appetizers.
Right. Martini, appetizers, it's really everything.
I want to introduce you to a few people here. Kathy O'Neill.
Hello.
Pretty exciting today, right, Kathy?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, we'll catch up with you later. Emily Riley, our former mayor, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm so excited to be here. This is really fabulous. It's so congratulations, Jack, and the family, all the family. It's just wonderful. And the fact that it's right here, right where the O'Neill store used to be and where everything started.
And Joe Wood, you're a longtime friend.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, we did a lot of things together, and it's nice to be down here to be able to let everybody appreciate everything he's brought to Santa Cruz.
So you used to work with Jack, is that right?
Yeah, I started with him in '59 when I was 14, I think I was.
14.
Yeah. And then we did some things, so it's been great.
Yeah.
He's really brought a lot to the community, and it's really nice to see the people turn out.
Well, what do you have anything to say to Jack?
I love him.
Okay, that's all he needs to hear. Good to talk to you, Joe. Well, we heard you were the original designer of the wave, is that correct?
No, the logo.
Oh, the logo,
Yeah,
okay. Jim Foley, do you have anything to say to Jack O'Neill?
I've already talked to him.
Oh,
I
you
see him
have?
all the time. I stop by, we talk about, he always has new ideas for new things, and I love it.
I know, he is.
doesn't
It's
give
great.
up. I
It's
know.
great.
His latest thing is to light up this inside surf area where he lives.
Oh, is
so
that
the
right?
kids can surf at night.
Oh,
He's going,
great.
No, I said, how are you going to power it, Jack? You work on that, Jim. Extension cord for 50 feet.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, this is a video we're making for Jack for the event, so it's always nice to have
good.
a
I
lot
won't
of his
say
friends.
anything bad about it then.
Okay.
I stop by whenever I can. I come from the harbor, I go by his house, and usually he's out there on a chaise lounge, and I don't know if he's dead or alive sometimes, sort of scares me. But, hey, Jack, you okay? And he's okay.
We're here today to celebrate not only the state designation of Jack O'Neill Surf Shop here in Santa Cruz and the installation of the permanent mural, but also it's the centennial of our wharf. It's the 55th anniversary of when Jack O'Neill brought his surf shop here to Santa Cruz. And in doing so, he ushered in a modern era of outdoor recreation. He also unleashed his innovations upon the world, and they now have become worldwide and put Santa Cruz on the map. He truly represents the spirit of California and the entrepreneurial culture of Santa Cruz. I want to thank Jack O'Neill for the legacy he provides to our community, for his Sea Odyssey, for the legacy he provides for ocean education for children, and for all of the contributions Jack O'Neill and his family has made to the city of Santa Cruz. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. Tip of the hat, Mr. Jack O'Neill. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. For all of us here, I just want to say thank you to the entire O'Neill family and for the vision and what you still bring for the entire community of Santa Cruz and the region, because it's known worldwide. We are on the map everywhere because of that kind of visionary, something that happened back in the 50s. Just because someone needed to kind of stay in the water a little longer or float across the bay or decide they had to fly over the bay, or just a couple fun little visions like that. Someone that like Jack O'Neill, I mean, I'm just amazed every day about it, and I just am so pleased that you're here with us.
I really admire someone like Jack O'Neill who makes a living doing what they love. I really respect that, and it makes it really special. On behalf of Ensemble, our investors, Joie de Vivre, our management company, we hope you have a great time, and thanks for coming to be part of something very special.
Now I'd like to present a check to Dan Hafley of the O'Neill Sea Odyssey. $5,000.
Well, I'd like to thank O'Neill Wetsuits, and I'd like to thank the Dream Inn for this incredibly generous gift. And I want to thank Jack. Jack not only had a vision, but he took that vision and made it a reality. He made it work. And he had a vision by seeing the ocean as a playground where people could have fun and be in the water, and that built an industry. And then he saw the ocean as a classroom and created the O'Neill Sea Odyssey, and that has been able to do a lot for area kids. 75,000 students have been on the program. So just thank you, Jack. Thank you to the O'Neill family, and thank you very much for this.
You guys ready when we're ready? David?
I'm ready.
All righty.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming down here. This is not only for Jack O'Neill, this is for the O'Neill family that made this all happen. My wife, Marge, and my 7 children. Thank you very, very much.
Well, now that the wall has been officially dedicated, I want to introduce Brian Kilpatrick again. Brian, tell us what your position is with O'Neill.
I'm Director of Marketing Communications for O'Neill Wetsuits Worldwide.
All right. I want you to tell the viewers and the people about the photos on the wall and the process. So why don't we start with this one right here, the first one.
Well, I think it's important to mention that this project was 3 years in the making. So it did take a lot of manpower and a lot of people investing time and energy making sure this thing was perfect from the get-go. The actual manufacturing process is baked porcelain on steel plates. And there's only a couple of people in the U.S. that do this. And it's also important to note that this stuff is going to last for 50 plus 100 years. So this is really the first installation of the surf shop. Before the hotel was on the hill, there wasn't anything here actually. This was sort of a gathering place. I believe it was referred to as Boys Town. So kids would be dropped off here by their parents, you know, in lieu of daycare or anything like that, like we have today, or the junior guards, dropped off here, surfboards out front, wetsuits to wear, and everyone just surfed and, you know, skateboard down the hill. You can see Pat O'Neill here is our president and CEO, trying out some of the very first skateboards in existence.
That's great.
So
and
yeah, historical
that's
relevance.
His brother Mike.
That's his brother Mike behind. Yes,
that's
yes.
awesome.
And you can see all, you know,
right,
all the kids hanging in back. I mean, this was a spot to be. Boys Town.
Perfect.
First surf shop. Moving on in you know, the 50s and then into the 60s, Jack was really into hot air ballooning, and I believe in North America there weren't too many hot air balloons, and so he got a hold of one, and then he just had the, you know, the single man. I believe he just had just a single seat, you know, holding on for dear life there, which also gave birth to some pretty progressive suit manufacturing, the super suit. For when he fell in the water, he needed to survive, so he would blow up his super suit and get flotation when the balloon crashed. But yeah, just pioneering hot air ballooning in North America in the 60s.
Well, I heard it told one time he landed that hot air balloon on the catamaran.
Yes, launched it from the catamaran, and there's actually there's a photo of that upstairs, and there's actually a panel being added later today that's going to illustrate that very thing.
Funny,
yeah.
funny.
And then here we just have, you know, some of the kids out in front just testing product, and some of the very earliest wetsuit photo shoots for catalog and advertising. Super pioneering advertising. And you can see, you know, very early on we've got this seamless paddle zone here.
Right.
So, you know, most companies are putting seams here, and Jack was onto something very early on when he vetted the first wetsuit, just making sure comfort and flexibility were at the forefront of technology.
And figure flattering.
Oh, figure flattering too, yes. You know,
Gotta put that in.
the feminine form in all its glory there.
Very, very good.
Yeah. And then here again, we just, you know, Jack also, not only was he developing wetsuit technology at that time, but he was one of the first people to blow blanks in North America. So some of the first polyurethane foam, blown blanks, what we know now is just, you know, surfboard foam. Before that, it was balsa wood. So he pioneered that actually, you know, in this very spot here, and that's really sort of paying homage to the spot here. First blown blanks, lightweight surfboards that guys could actually carry, and this is illustrated by how fast these guys are running with surfboards. If they had balsa wood boards, they would not be running to the water. You know, excited to surf in this area.
That fast. And that's
Yeah.
up here is the original dining area?
That's the ideal right there.
Oh, the ideal right over there.
Yeah, so pretty much
Okay.
every one of these pictures, it's
All
either
in this
taken or
location.
referenced to this exact location. So
Amazing.
super
amazing.
relevant.
Yeah.
And then here you have an image taken from, you know, exactly this spot, or right above where the shack was.
Right.
And Jack took this photo. It actually appeared in Surfer Magazine. And there's, you can see the pilings from the old pier when there were two piers here. And I mean,
Sure.
if you turn this way, you can see exactly his vantage point and the wharf actually breaking and somebody getting a pretty good little wave there.
Wow, that's a great shot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Then here we have, you know, back in the 50s and 60s, I think all the way up until the 70s and maybe early 80s, we had the Miss California pageant in Santa Cruz.
Right.
It was great for tourism, great for destination travelers, and great for business. And there's some of the winners and contestants, and Jack's pushing them out on the catamaran. And again, this is the beach right in front of us right here. So historically relevant and just super relevant to the location.
Oh, what do we have here?
Here we have the mile buoy again, right out in front. We've got the SC here. So, yeah, and these guys are all looking amazingly contemporary, considering how old this is. You know, this is early 60s.
Yeah.
And you can see the Circle Surfer on all the suits. To me, that shot is so just quintessential O'Neill wetsuits with, you know, a timeless
Yeah,
image with everyone.
really,
You know, everyone.
really.
You've got your beaver tail, you've got your short john, your sun shorty, long john.
That's a great shot.
Very timeless
Great
image.
shot.
Great wetsuit shot.
Uh-oh, now here we have.
Now we're going into Jack delving deeper into the hot air balloon and airship realm here. Super excited about this thing. I've seen this basket, our 60th anniversary, we had down at the top of the Rit. I believe you were there.
Yeah.
And we had the basket. The amazing thing about this was, you know, he flew this thing, and the propeller was right behind him. So super cutting edge, very state of the art at the time, and no one else was doing this anywhere. I mean, a one-manned airship flying across the bay. You know, I mean, it's really super, super timeless. Interesting fact was Jack had said that he would fly down. He'd try to fly to Monterey. He tried multiple times. And before he would get there, the south wind would kick up and blow him halfway back. So getting from here to there with the south wind, predominant northwest wind blowing in the afternoon and then south wind kicking up in the afternoon in the summer, made it very challenging.
Challenging must have been amazing.
Yeah, and then, if you fell in the ocean, luckily, he invented some products that would keep you warm in the water longer.
Longer.
Yeah.
Well, at least he survived that, And then we have
And now we have the O'Neill Sea Odyssey, which is something that's it's really the feather in Jack's cap, so to speak. He's contributed so many wonderful things to our community, but really it comes back full circle when you think about giving back education to children about the importance of conservation and really taking care of the ocean and this beautiful jewel we have in front of us, the Monterey Bay Sanctuary. And I believe he started it in the mid-90s, third, fourth, and fifth graders.
Right.
Third, fourth, and fifth graders taken out on the OCAT. They learn about runoff, plankton, phytoplankton, microscopic organisms, as well as fish, as well as cetaceans. They see whales, they see seals, they run the whole gamut. Then they come back to the classroom and they learn about runoff and the importance of not dumping anything into into drains, and just the importance of conservation and fighting pollution and keeping Mother Ocean alive.
Well, that program's going to be around for many decades, I hope. And this is such an amazing program. We've been out and have filmed on it. It's wonderful that these children have an opportunity. Some of them have never seen the ocean before. So.
If you can reach one kid,
right.
Who's going to make a difference later on? What a great legacy.
No, amazing. Well, and then.
We have here Jack at the helm, just looking back on all these, just a small portion of his global legacy, but really putting Santa Cruz on the map and just paying homage to this particular spot. Super impactful and really wonderful for our town.
What's the best part of your job?
The three most important things: surf, surf, and surf.
Oh,
that's a Jack quote. I'm stealing from Jack.
Yeah,
I'm not plagiarizing.
You've done an amazing job, and this is such a great dedication to what Jack has done and contributed to our community.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, well, first of all, I want to introduce Pat O'Neill and his sister Bridget O'Neill. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. Also, Bridget, I want to congratulate you on you're president of the O'Neill Sea Odyssey program, correct?
Yeah, I've been the board chair.
Board chair, but you just recently, Silicon Valley honored you?
Oh yes, Silicon Valley honored the O'Neill Sea Odyssey, and it was really great. We were just really thrilled.
Congratulations on that. So, Pat, tell us about this.
It's been fantastic. I remember running around here when I was 4 years old. Jack had little wetsuits for us. It was fantastic. He would take my brother Mike, myself out, and himself all on one surfboard, and we used to go over to Cowles, where the surf break is, and we'd all three ride a board together and all stand up on a board. It was just fabulous.
Well, one of the photos downstairs on the wall is you and Mike on a surfboard, a board.
Skateboard.
Skateboard,
yeah,
right.
Skateboard. And if you look really closely, that's a 2x4 we took our roller skates apart. They're steel wheels, and we nailed them to a 2x4 and came down the hill because they really didn't have skateboards back then.
Yeah.
And those were kind of the first skateboards.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, Bridget, what were you doing when all this was going on?
I was about 1 year old.
Oh, so you weren't involved in any of this?
I didn't help with any of the
skateboards.
But later on, Pat taught me how to do it. My roller skates.
As children of a famous father, and you actually lived and grew up with all this, and also this dedication of all, the family must be really proud of that.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, Jack's getting everything he deserves. I mean, it's so special because of the way Jack, he's such a casual person. He's like the greatest father in the world. You know, you can't. It's amazing to have your best friend be your father and be able to work in something that you just love. I mean, it's you know, you can, you know, it's still the company philosophy. If the surf's good, go surfing. But just you know, as long as you get your work done, you know, there's not going to be an issue.
Congratulations, all of you, David Gerazis, for doing such a wonderful job of making this happen.
Thank you. It's been a wonderful event. I'm really happy for everyone that's turned out to support not only Jack O'Neill, but the entire O'Neill family for bringing their Santa Cruz surf shop here in 1959.
Well, good job, Lynn, our mayor.
Oh, do you saw the turnout today? It's
Yes.
just fabulous. And everyone that's here at the Jack O'Neill Lounge now just celebrating together. It's a special moment for Santa Cruz. And I just am so grateful for everyone that helped make it happen, including the Dream Inn.
All right, and you are?
Cam Beboff, CEO of Ensemble Hotel Partners, the owner of the Dream Inn. And we're privileged and honored to have this event at our hotel. Jack O'Neill is a legend, obviously, in Santa Cruz and all over the world.
Well, you got some great pictures with him.
Comes to surfing, so we're really pleased to have this happen.
Well, congratulations, because the inside is just amazing. All the people here and all the people from all over are really going to enjoy that lounge in the area. And you are?
Hi, I'm Ed Proenza, also with Ensemble, and the Dream Inn is very special, as you know, and Jack O'Neill is very special, so what a great combination.
Our former harbor master.
Former port director and harbor master.
Port director and harbor master. Your stories are great about Jack O'Neill.
You know, it's a rich field of material.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I'm so happy to see you here. You had such a legacy in what's gone on in our community with the harbor. So.
Yeah, I was a big part for 37 years, and it's coming up on 50, so yeah, I was there for a long time.
And one of the greatest stories you told at the last event was about when Jack bought the catamaran and said, I need to bring it into the harbor. And you said, what?
He called me one day and said, Brian, I just bought a 60-foot catamaran. And I said, oh, of course you did, but where are you going to keep it? And he goes, your harbor. And I goes, I was afraid of that. Turned out to be a great enterprise, a wonderful program, the best.
JJ O'Neill, how are you?
All right, how are you doing, Joyce?
You're having a great time today?
Awesome time.
Aren't you proud of your father and all the work?
Yes, very happy for everybody and the whole family.
Right.
How things turned out today is awesome.
Dan, what an amazing event and so exciting for our community.
This is very exciting. It's very exciting that we're able to share this incredible moment. I mean, how many years ago, 55 years ago on this very spot, a little surf shop was set up with a portable building, 500-foot portable building. Today we're commemorating the historic nature of that, because really an industry was built around that by Jack O'Neill and his family. And later, the same group, Jack and his family, looked out on that same ocean and saw a classroom, which eventually became the O'Neill Sea Odyssey program.
It takes the support of everybody in the community to help this program going.
That's exactly right, Joyce. It takes the entire community to support the O'Neill Sea Odyssey program. The O'Neill family is the core of support, but the rest of the community also helps us out. So any individual can make a gift. It could be a small gift, it could be a large gift, but it has a huge impact on these kids. And we found out just how extensive that impact was just a couple of years ago when there was a student at San Jose State who studied the long-term impact of our program and found that 5 to 7 years after youth had participated in our program, 75% of them retained the knowledge and retained the environmental stewardship values that we taught on that boat at sea. So the program has a great impact, and we appreciate the community support.
Well, not only that, children that come to this program and go out on the catamaran have never seen, some of them never seen the ocean, and this teaches them the values. I mean, one of our greatest resources that we have is water, and to protect our oceans is so important. And I also am so honored to be on the advisory board. And Bridget is doing an amazing job, and so are you. Thank you. We're so grateful.
Thank you.
There's been some investigating on my part because I had heard that the old surf shop, the original surf shop, was in existence somewhere. So behind us is the original surf shop that was on Cows Beach, which is moved to this location over 50 years ago. So this is pretty exciting to be able to find this, and I'm so glad that you're here to share with everybody and with us, because it's a very exciting day to know that this still exists.
Oh, it's super exciting. The hair on the hair on my arm is standing up right now. I can't believe that the actual original structure still exists, and it's in town still, and it looks great.
Well, I know when the Dream Inn was building, they had to move it, and so the individuals and the construction company that found another location, I don't even know if Jack has seen this in 50 years. So I'm really excited that we're able to be here and appreciate the fact that it's still up and people are using it. So
Yeah, it's still standing.
it's still standing, which is pretty, and it looks great. It's the same windows, the same door. You know, the roof looks the same. Of course, there used to be a surf shop on top of it. I always said sometimes when Jack touches things, they take on a life of their own, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. I couldn't agree more.
He has that touch, so it's still here. And one of the really interesting parts about where the surf shop is sitting, there's another iconic landmark that's on the same property. It's the original office from Santa's Village, which used to be over out on Highway 17. It's just a great story and a great part of Santa Cruz history.
One thing I want to add is that this is not just a Jack O'Neill affair. This is the whole family, all 7 children and my wife. And that's what made this all possible. It was a team effort. And remember, it's always summer on the inside. I have deep appreciation for all the people that have made this possible. This is so important to me. Thank you.
We want to all thank Jack O'Neill and the entire O'Neill family for all they have shared with us, and especially the amazing O'Neill Sea Odyssey program, which has given over 75,000 children an opportunity to explore the sea.